Good morning. In his famous speech before Congress on January 8, 1918, near the end of the First World War, President Woodrow Wilson laid down 14 points as the only possible program for world peace. Subsequently, these points were used as a basis for peace negotiations. Designed as guidelines for the rebuilding of the post war world, the points included Wilson's ideas regarding nations' conduct of foreign policy, including freedom of the seas and free trade, and the concept of national self determination. With the achievement of this through the dismantling of European empires and the creation of new states. When Wilson left for Paris in December 1918, he was determined that the 14 points and his League of Nations be incorporated into the peace settlements. Let us study what these 14 points were. "14 points of US President Woodrow Wilson were actually war aims, what they hoped to achieve through victory. Wilson glorified them as his plan for world peace. They were presented to the House on 8 January 1918. America had joined the war in April 1917. In his war address to Congress on April 2nd, Wilson spoke of the need for the United States to enter the war in part to make the world safe for democracy. The 14 points aspire to gain support for US participation in the war, both at home and among its allies. Through this draft, Wilson pushed the acceptability of his vision across the world leadership, and he succeeded to a large extent. The course of the war did not go as the Allies expected. After the Russian Revolution, the Russian leadership was against Russian participation in World War I, and they viewed this as an act towards imperialism. The Bolsheviks decided to withdraw from the war. They were against imperialist designs of some of the allies and published many secret documents to tarnish their image by revealing hidden motives behind the war. Lenin also issued a decree on peace to appeal immediate end of the war, shortly after the October Revolution. Wilson's 14 points document is also seen by many historians as an attempt to counter Lenin and his associates. Now let us proceed to what these 14 points were. First of them, open diplomacy without secret treaties. Open covenants of peace, openly arrived at, after which there shall be no private international understandings of any kind, but diplomacy shall proceed always frankly and in the public view. Second was about economic free trade. Absolute freedom of navigation upon the seas, outside territorial waters, alike in peace and in war, except as the seas may be closed in whole or in part by international action for the enforcement of international covenants. In continuation to this, third was about equal trade conditions. The removal so far as possible of all economic barriers and the establishment of an equality of trade conditions. Wilson stressed upon decreasing armaments Adequate guarantees given and taken that national armaments will be reduced to the lowest point consistent with domestic safety. Adjustment of colonial claims on the basis of right to self-determination. This point was very important, as we shall discuss later. A free, open-minded and absolutely impartial adjustment of all colonial claims, based upon a strict observance of the principle that in determining all such questions of sovereignty, the interests of the populations concerned must have equal weight with the equitable claims of the government whose title is to be determined. Evacuation of Central Powers from Russia. The evacuation of all Russian territory and such a settlement of all questions affecting Russia as will secure the best and freest cooperation of the other nations of the world in obtaining for her an unhampered and unembarrassed opportunity for the independent determination of her own political development and national policy. Seventh point was about the question of Belgium. Belgium must be evacuated and restored without any attempt to limit the sovereignty which she enjoys in common with all other free nations. Without this healing act, the whole structure and validity of international law is forever impaired. The next point was about Alsace-Lorraine. Wilson said all French territory should be freed and the invaded portions restored, and the wrong done to France by Prussia in 1871 in the matter of Alsace-Lorraine, which has unsettled the peace of the world for nearly 50 years, should be righted, in order that peace may once more be made secure in the interest of all. Readjust Italian borders. A readjustment of the frontiers of Italy should be effected along clearly recognizable lines of nationality. Later during the peace talks, as we have studied, Wilson had severe differences with the Italian premier Orlando over the question of regions which interest Italy. Orlando left the peace negotiations midway and returned to Italy. The question about Austria-Hungary. Wilson was in favor of an opportunity for self determination to be provided to Austria and Hungary. He said, "The people of Austria Hungary, whose place among the nations we wish to see safeguarded and assured, should be accorded the freest opportunity of autonomous development." About the Balkan region, Romania, Serbia, and Montenegro should be evacuated. Occupied territories restored. Serbia accorded free and secure access to the sea, and the relations of the several Balkan states to one another determined by friendly counsel along historically established lines of allegiance and nationality, and international guarantees of the political and economic independence and territorial integrity of the several Balkan states should be entered into. Creation of a Turkish state with guaranteed free trade in the Dardanelles. The Turkish portions of the present Ottoman Empire should be assured a secure sovereignty, but the other nationalities which are now under Turkish rule should be assured an undoubted security of life and an absolutely unmolested opportunity of autonomous development. And the Dardanelles should be permanently open as a free passage to the ships and commerce of all nations under international guarantees. Creation of an independent Polish state. Wilson said an independent Polish state should be created which should include the territories inhabited by indisputably Polish populations, which should be assured of free and secure access to the sea, and whose political and economic independence and territorial integrity should be guaranteed by international covenant. And the last point, but perhaps the most important one, creation of the League of Nations. A general association of nations must be formed under specific covenants for the purpose of affording mutual guarantees of political independence and territorial integrity to great and small states alike. As we will discuss in the next lectures, the significance of these 14 points, you will find that the creation of League of Nations, which was later not supported by his own nation, the Americans, was perhaps the most important of these points.